Side Hustle podcast preview is being brought to you by my friends over at Liquid Creative Studios. Those of you who have been longtime listeners know that our team member Sarah Lentz has been gone all summer. You also probably know that I'm currently the general manager, the sales manager, the HR manager, the customer service manager, and the head janitor at New Scooters Bless right now. So I barely had enough time to record this show, let alone prep it for the internet. The team at Liquid Creative stepped up big time to help me upload and prep all of the content going out. It's a really, really, really big job, and the only part of podcasting that I don't like. You know me, I just like to talk on the microphone. So many, many, many thanks to Liquid Creative for all of your help. Be sure to check them out at liquidcreativestudio.com. Their team also writes the incredible articles and show summaries on a lot of our guests in the business report. So be sure to check those articles out by visiting GainesvilleBizReport.com. And you guys, on Monday, we learn all about coffee, cupcakes, and community with Jen and David Patterson, the owners of Patticakes. You guys, thanks so much for coming and joining me tonight.
Thanks for having us. This was fun.
Yeah, my pleasure. What did you think of our recording?
I loved it. I just felt like we're chatting with old friends.
Did we meet the expectations? Like, you walk in the studio, everything?
You exceeded expectations. It was cool to see this place in person after having watched it on Instagram a lot.
Do we feel like we're in Hollywood? Yes.
yes.
Well, we try. We really try.
I mean, it's professionally done and well done. And thank you again for doing all this. And
you're very easy to talk to. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. What was the favorite part of our conversation tonight for you guys?
Do you know?
Oh, without question, just talking about when you turn it over to God and see what He does. And we've talked about that happening with us in the church and with Patticakes, but also hearing a testimony from you. And that's fantastic to be able to sort of hear that part of it, because sometimes we get kind of caught up in the numbers and the, how did you do this and how did you do that and stuff, but sometimes it's just letting go and just knowing that things, when you have the right heart and your motivation or your motives are right, it can and you just let go. You see what God's going to do, and that's great.
Yeah. It's super, like, just hearing you say that, what's super interesting is, like, when all the COVID stuff started happening, I instantly jumped into, like, I'll say, like, hero mode, like, let me come to the rescue and help these businesses, right? And so we started doing all the Zoom podcasts, and I started doing check-ins with everybody, and, like, I just wanted to be that person. And then what I found out through the process was that I was the one who needed to be picked up the most.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was definitely an interesting ride, but
that's awesome.
Kind of now coming out this other end, and you guys, we dive into that. I know that a lot of you guys have heard it already on previous episodes, but really just kind of turning everything over to God and seeing how it's going to unfold, and just the fact that it is part of my testimony. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, this is going to be the thing that I look back at and use as, the coaching opportunity to help people who are going through this exact same thing. This is part of my testimony. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
The stone of remembrance.
So what was your favorite part of the episode?
Getting to brag on our customers, our community during COVID, how they responded during COVID, and really helped us stay afloat. They encouraged us, they kept us company, and they financially supported us. So that was my favorite part, bragging on them.
Community is awesome.
It is, and necessary.
I love this community. So you guys, the episode's great. Here is a little clip of what you have to look forward to.
She's involved in both of those locations. I mean, at some point you can't be involved that much in how many locations. And so she's already, getting to the point where it can be kind of tiring. Now, we've got some great people, and that's wonderful, but still she's there encouraging them, supporting them, loving on the customers. Our regular customers at both locations know her really well.
I'm scooping ice cream. I'm pulling shots. I mean, so COVID is rearing its ugly head again, as you know. So we're now back to that point where either an employee has it or they've been exposed and they're having a quarantine. A majority of the staff is vaccinated, but still you can get it. So we're kind of back there. So today was one of those days that I was, up early, and I had to go cover for, people who were quarantining. So, we're kind of back to that stage. So I had listened to one of your podcasts when you were talking to Paul and Kristen Prevette, and you said, are you to the point of working on the business, or are you still working in the business? And I want to work on it.
Yeah.
I want to get to that place to work on it and not so much in it. And I think you shared that that's kind of where you were as well. And so, like, we're getting there. If we can get past, if we can have no more pandemics, we could get there. But it's like, I kind of want to get to that point, like now I understand what our customers want, what our lane is, and the importance of staying in our lane. And we're really good at it. So I want to enjoy that for a little while.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the things that we started with here was talking about how important local businesses are to a community, and we're thankful. Gainesville really loves to support local businesses, we've found. But if you keep growing, you no longer keep your local business quite as strong. It becomes a little watered down. Yeah. And so that's I think another way of looking at it.
There it is, podcast fam. There is the clip. The episode releases on Monday at 8 a.m. If you want to get notified when the episode drops, text WHOA GNV to 484848, and I will let you know when it's out. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for your support. Support them. Support all your local businesses, and we will see you later. Bye.